and that's to encourage her to swim.
Right. We encourage owner participation with the dogs. They when they come into us, a lot of people say, "Am I allowed out there with them?" Well, we want you out there because your dog doesn't know us, and we want the bond to stay with the owner and the dog, not with us. We're only in their lives briefly. But they will follow the owner just adoringly going around and lap swimming, and that we usually do that with dogs who are not retrievers. That not every dog will play with a toy. Yeah. And this controls the session. We count the laps just like Toby's laps. We count the laps, and then we come up on the ramp for a rest. Some dogs we actually bring out and walk them around the edges of the pool on the land, and then put them back in and start the water laps again too.
Now, why do you do that?
Well, it gives them a break. Their swimming muscles are different than their walking muscles. Okay. And it realigns them, lets them feel comfortable. A lot of the dogs will be nervous until they know how to get in and out. It's no different than if I put you in something and you had no idea how to get out. They don't know. They came into the fitness center to swim, and even the best swimmers think, "Whoa, I got in here, and how do I get out?" Yeah. So we want them to get in and out and know that they can get in and out. And then depending on the dog, like Toby had a very controlled session. Some dogs just stay in entirely 30 minutes and will swim, and others it's much more controlled.
Yeah. Very interesting, very interesting. Now, I know that we have another, so you have the pool, you have the water treadmill, you have now the next one I had a film clip of, and I believe that's might be ready to go, and that's actually, it's a little longer. It's actually of a massage and acupuncture. So, and here we are, he's getting ready, and he's actually, this is George.
This is George and Casey.
George and Casey. That happens to be your Casey, right?
This is my Casey. Casey will be 16 years old on Tuesday, September the 1st. And she's been swimming since we opened. She does very well, but she has weakened back legs. Yeah. And she has arthritis in her front wrists. And he does acupuncture on her once a week.
So I was videotaping this because I was watching how he was massaging, and it was very interesting the way he was doing it. He was actually massaging her paws as well, which I thought was really cool. Now, how often? And in fact, you're going to hear him in a minute when I start interviewing him. When we go around to the front, I think I know where it starts. But it was see how he does it, and he was like on either side of the spine. And it was very interesting the way he was doing that. And I guess they do that before every acupuncture treatment?
Yes.
Now, what type of dogs would be good for acupuncture?
It depends on the symptoms. It can be anything. There is a dog in getting acupuncture now for separation anxiety. So there are lots of different. I don't understand acupuncture the way George does, but he said it's all about their energies and the energies in their bodies. Casey's energies are very low right now. And so he finds the fields in her and puts the needles, I guess they are, in those fields. Yeah. He also does them for more alertness. Casey at 16, you would say she's kind of senile, and he will put a needle right up in here. He'll come behind her and stick it right up in here. He also does underneath of the bottoms of the paws. We've had him in for the dogs that need to eat. Shadow, the dog that we built the fitness center for, got lupus, and she lived for quite a while with it, but when the lupus attacked her kidneys, she wouldn't eat. And she would eat completely for 2 days after the acupuncture. She went in twice a week for acupuncture just to bring her appetite back. So they can work with a lot of things. A lot of them, some of it is a dog that's hyperactive can have acupuncture to help with that too.
That is amazing what they can do with it. Do we have the clip with the interview with the acupuncturist? I think so. That's going to be coming up hopefully. In the meantime, you said that you started the Canine Fitness Center because of Shadow.
Yes.
And Shadow was your first dog? Or
We had her after Casey. They were the same age. We got Shadow when she was 1 at the SPCA in Anne Arundel County.
Okay.
And at the age of 6, she tore her first ACL, and at the age of 7, she tore her second. And we had surgery to repair both of them, but her meniscus pulled off of the bone, and when I brought her out from the surgeon, they said that she should swim to regain her strength. Shadow was a very active lab and loved to run, and the minute her feet hit the floor in the morning, she had a tennis ball and expected that we would play all day.
wow.
And they said she couldn't run and play if she didn't swim to build these muscles up.
Yeah.
So we found a horse farm in Aberdeen and got in on a cancellation on a Saturday, but it was an hour away, and so driving back, my husband and I thought, let's give it a shot.
Let's build a building. Let's do it. Okay. And obviously, it's been very successful because I was there and it was like very, very busy. And DJ, you go. How many times how often do you go? Or Toby?
Toby was going. We did about 10, 15-minute sessions, and so right now he's on a break, and then I'll eventually start that back up again because, you know, it's very it's tiring. I mean, he's tuckered out when I bring him home, but he sleeps so well. But I tell you what, you know, he's just bouncing around the next day, and it's just I just think it's wonderful. I mean, I wish we had something closer here to Bowie, but
Well, maybe you can have an expansion and move out to have one in Bowie, next to our animal shelter we're going to get.
There you go. But,
There you go.
Yeah, but it's just wonderful. I mean, I work with veterinarians, and actually a veterinarian friend of mine had told me about your facility, and that's why I started checking on it. And I said, well, I got to bring him there. And you know, but he did really well. He was a little tentative at first, but he really, you know, he really took to it.
Before we go any farther, I want to jump to you. Oh, wait a minute. I think we have. Oh, no, that's a treadmill. That's a treadmill. Oh, okay. Okay. All right. All righty then. Okay. That was a quick glimpse of Duke on the manual treadmill, and maybe we'll get that back in, maybe we won't. But they do have a manual treadmill with bars on either side.
Right, a land treadmill.
A land treadmill, and Duke, the big Burmese mountain dog,
Yes.
he was doing it.
Yeah.
But anyway, DJ, can you tell us a little bit about the dog walk, the walk with your
Best Friends Walk.
Best Friends Walk.
Yes.
Can you give us a quick summary of it?
Yes, Best Friends Walk is going to be at Allen Pond Park on Saturday, October the 17th, and it's going to be from about 10 o'clock in the morning to 3 o'clock. Now, the walk will probably take place from 11 to 1. We'll have pre-registration around 10 o'clock to 11. The walk will be about a mile, and with the registration fee, which is going to be $25, you're going to get a T-shirt, you're going to get a cup of chili, and you're going to get a bottle of water. And
you're going to get a good time.
You get a good time. We're going to try to get some rescues to come and set up a canopy and maybe a table so they can, you know, they can kind of promote their organizations. But
I think that it's probably going to be on the website.
Yes, it will.
And we're still in the planning stage.
Yes, and I'll be getting more information out. I've drafted up a brochure ready, and we're going to try to also get some sponsors too.
Excellent.
To help
Yeah.
us with
So
that.
if anybody out there wants to sponsor, go to our website, contact us. We are always open for that, very, very, very much. We need sponsors, and you know, we need a shelter. And it's not going to be just about a shelter. It's about educating the people, and we have a lot of things. Oh, there's Duke in the treadmill, and isn't that cute? Now he's been going there, and I talked to the owner, and she just takes him there for exercise. And actually, that's enough for the. You can cut that clip. That's fine because the rest is a thing, but that was just showing the wire so that the dog doesn't fall off.
Right.